to withdraw its threat to embark on industrial action. Plus, Logistics and National Coalition Center Committee inaugurated by INEC. Welcome to Panorama on Africa's largest television network, NTA. I am Dino Melaye. Thanks for joining us. A passionate appeal has been made to the organized labor to withdraw its threat to embark on industrial action. President Muhammadu Buhari, who made the appeal, urged the organized labor to encourage his administration's sustained effort at meeting genuine national aspiration for sustainable future of the country. This was while receiving the leadership of the National Association of Nigerian Students on a courtesy visit. The president asked the labor leaders to appreciate the enormity of the challenges confronting Nigeria and the conscientious steps being taken towards addressing them within the limit of the resources. State House correspondent Adamu Sambo has the details.
I assure you that I'm totally loyal to this country.
The Nigerian leader is, however, worried that some Nigerians, for reasons best known to them, have failed to understand that any course of action taken by his administration is in the best interest of the nation's majority.
I'm appealing through you to Labour to please withdraw their threat. Encourage this administration to run this country properly, to utilize the national resources for infrastructure, so that the majority of Nigerians can benefit.
President Muhammadu Buhari also appealed to the striking non-academic staff union of universities, ASU, to go back to classes for the sake of the nation's future leaders, as the governing APC is always committed to delivering on its promises. He expressed the belief that his administration is not only on course, but remain focused in enhancing the economy, achieving food security, securing the country, and fighting corruption as bane of national development. And on that, he challenged Nigerians not to hesitate exposing anyone in the present government found to have abused trust, no matter how highly placed, and see what can be done.
Let them have the courage to spend the time and the resources to find out the truth about allegations of corruption or extreme indiscipline against any of my ministers, of the governors, or against myself. And I assure them that I will act accordingly.
The president, however, admitted that it is virtually impossible to recover everything stolen from Nigeria prior to his administration.
I think only God can successfully ask the PDP government to account for that money.
The national president of NANS, Danielson Bamidele Akpan, told the president that the Nigerian students fully appreciate his efforts at taking Nigeria to greater heights. He enumerated the infrastructural revolution, significant boost in agriculture, economic development, and a sense of belonging being given to the younger generation as worthy of commendation. Mr. Akpan, however, described as disturbing the negative effect of the ongoing ASU strike, not only on the education sector, but also the government.
These are some of the issues that the general public is using to assess your government, especially at electioneering period like this. They don't know exactly the truth. Some of us are privileged. We know exactly what is happening. We know that ASU is being economical with the truth. We know, without fear or favor, that they are being hypocritical.
While calling on the president to intervene, the NANS president assured him of the support of the Nigerian students as he strives towards deepening the change agenda.
This constituency had large population, numbering about 80 million. I can assure you today that if this constituency is well utilized, we'll pull nothing less than 20 million votes for you.
The leadership of the Nigerian students used the opportunity to wish the president a happy birthday, as well as peaceful and successful elections next month. From the State House, Adamu Sambo, NTA News.
Ahead of the formal inauguration of the Buhari Osinbajo 2019 project in Kwara State, Information and Culture Minister Lai Mohammed has inspected the venue of the event in Ilorin, the Kwara State capital, from where Anthony Forson reports.
Located in the heart of GRE in Ilorin, the office will coordinate the Buhari Osinbajo 2019 project in Kwara State. Conducting the minister around the facility, the coordinator, Gani Zubero, said the office will provide a deep insight into what will unfold in the field.
We should be able to extrapolate what we are doing on the field, whether it's metamorphosing into reality. I can assure you that before election, we should be able to determine what we're getting on election day.
This is a battle we must win, and by the grace of God, we have won already.
For the minister, he is impressed and satisfied with what is unfolding.
With what I've seen this morning, what I've heard, I think the level of confidence has gone even a notch higher, because what we are doing here is setting up a headquarters.
Responding to questions fielded at him by journalists, Lai Mohammed simply replied this way.
Go back to what happened in the last local government election, and you see that the people of Kwara Central are ripe for change. So we have actually no, fears. We have no problem about any particular part of Kwara State. When evolution comes, it comes to all the people. And what the people in Kwara State are saying is, enough is enough.
Some members of the party who had worked for the success of the party so far lent their voices to the ministers.
The Honorable Minister has provided a wonderful platform for every shade of opinion, all volunteers within the party to come together.
I'm a foot soldier, I'm a strategist, and we're on for the war.
At the formal opening of the office, 2,800 grassroots canvassers, 1,872 polling unit observers, ward coordinators, ward secretaries, ward women and youth leaders will be inaugurated. From Ilorin, in Kwara State, Anthony Forson, NTA News.
The Independent National Electoral Commission says arrangements for the smooth handling of sensitive and non-sensitive materials for the general election have been concluded. INEC National Chairman Professor Mahmood Yakubu stated this while inaugurating Logistics and National Collation Center Committee in Abuja. Mayor Ogidi reports.
It is exactly 44 days to the presidential and National Assembly elections in Nigeria. It is, of course, a very busy year for the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, and the Commission don't want to take anything by chance. Hence, the inauguration of this Interagency Logistics Committee by the Chairman of the Commission. In the words of the Chairman of the Commission, Professor Mahmood Yakubu, this committee is very essential to the success of the election, as sensitive and non-sensitive materials will be handled by this committee.
The Electoral Logistics Committee will be responsible for coordinating logistics, as well as the clearance and transportation of election materials to various locations nationwide.
Apart from the Logistics Committee, a National Collation Center Committee was also inaugurated, and the International Conference Center Abuja has been secured to serve as a secretariat of that commission. A National Commissioner of INEC, Amina Zakari, is to serve as the chairperson of the National Collation Center Committee.
We ensure transparency. Everything will be transparent and open. Even in 2015, everything was open, and we are going to add measures that will improve what we had in 2015.
The chairman of INEC, Professor Mahmood Yakubu, also disclosed that the INEC will be meeting with the leadership of the Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASU, by 4 p.m. Friday, 4th of January 2019, to discuss issues on how ad hoc staff can be sourced from the union for the conduct of the 2019 elections. In Abuja, Mayor Ogidi, NTA News.
Away from political matters, the Federal High Court sitting in Abuja has turned down the request of Senator Dino Melaye asking the court to order the removal of police blockade from his residence in Abuja. The plaintiff in an application through his counsel, Mike Ozekome-San, wants the court to enforce his fundamental human right to freedom of movement. Dino Melaye also seeks an order of the court to restrain the police from further threatening his life in arrest pending the determination of substantive suit. In his ruling, the vacation judge, Justice Meher, refused to grant the ex parte order. Justice Meher further ordered for an accelerated hearing of the substantive suit. The case has been adjourned to January 14, 2019. The Nigerian police has debunked the report of a video on social media in circulation that 2,000 police personnel deployed through the north is to complement the military in the fight against insurgency dropped their weapons in the protest. A statement by the Force Public Relations Officer acting DCP Jimo Moshood says the video is doctored to mislead the public and cause disaffection. It said the personnel have all successfully completed their training and have been deployed more than a week ago to the front line along with the military. Citizens have been enjoined by the force to discountenance the video as untrue, mischievous and fake. Mieti Allah Kautahuri Fulani Social Cultural Association has rejected and condemned the Amnesty International report on farmers' conflict in Nigeria. This is as the group has security operations to seek a close watch on the activities of some politicians aiding and abetting the Amnesty International. Musa Babali reports.
This is the second time the Fulani Social Cultural Group is holding a national conference in 2 weeks. The first was the Cattle Breeders Association, where it adopted President Muhammadu Buhari as its presidential candidate for 2019 election. This time is the Kautal Hori of the Mieti Allah Association, making its stance known on the latest report of Amnesty International on conflicts in Nigeria.
The methodology, the manner of the research is not only faulty, it didn't meet any scientific requirement. It was merely unsubstantiated statements that are aimed at achieving a particular objective. As far as the herders are concerned, this report should not stand as a report that should be taken seriously. These are highly biased reports, and that is why we have come out to kick against it, condemn it, and reject it in totality.
The association raised concerns over how some politicians are using the report to gain cheap popularity over their ambition to govern the country.
Desperate politicians, particularly Atiku Abubakar, the candidate of the People's Democratic Party, the leading opposition party, is latching on this full amnesty report with the hope of garnering political capital from the herders farmers conflict and the plight of the Nigerian pastoralists. So we call on our members and peace-loving Nigerians not only to condemn Atiku Abubakar for the self-hate and naked dance in the marketplace, but to totally reject him as a presidential candidate as his intentions are inimical to the development, peaceful coexistence of the country.
Kautal Hori, a branch of Mieti Allah, says it has no any other presidential candidate but President Muhammadu Buhari. In Abuja, Musa Baba Aliyu, NTA News.
Let's now pause for some messages. Panorama continues shortly. Don't go away.
The struggle for independence had been a long and tough one. Our founding fathers and compatriots sacrificed their comfort and even shed their blood. We cannot at this point in history afford to spirit away their sacrifices for immediate but temporary gains of today. Let us emphasize what unites and not what divides us. Working for the unity of purpose with a stronger vision for a better tomorrow. NTA, growing with the nation.
Together, no matter where you come from, no matter your religion, we are one. Let's live together. Let's stop fighting each other. Let us live as one. It doesn't matter where you come from, your tribe or religion, man, woman or child. It doesn't matter who you are. Put Nigeria first. No matter where you come from, no matter your religion, we are one. Let's live together.
How can we develop when we're always in
crisis. Families have become refugees in their country. No matter our differences, show some understanding. No matter where you come from, no matter your religion, we are one. Let's live together.
Nigeria, the only country we can train with remarkable potentials to excel. Let us believe in ourselves and change our attitude for the sake of our country and generations unborn. Let us revive our cultural values, which are our essence as a nation. Let us renew the spirit of patriotism and hope in our dear country. Do not take or give bribe. Be punctual always. No more African time. We can't expect to be global citizens and operate on African time. Join the queue. Insist that people are attended to on a first-come basis, no matter who they are or where they come from.
Nigeria, good people, great nation.
Welcome back. Nigerians from all walks of life have been appreciated for their effort of sustaining trust and confidence in the present administration since coming to power. President Muhammadu Buhari, who made the comment, promised never to disappoint. He stated this while receiving an audience members of the Board of Trustees of the Nigerian Media Merit Award. State House correspondent Adamu Sambo reports that the president also met a delegation of the Buhari Support Group Center.
Members of the Board of Trustees of the Nigerian Media Merit Award were in the State House to formally decorate President Muhammadu Buhari as the grand patron of the Prime Media Awards organization in the country. Former NTA Director General Vincent Maduka, who led the delegation, said the honor bestowed on the president was in appreciation of his respect for the rights of the media to practice without any hindrance. It is on record that under the Buhari presidency, no media house has been shut, and the first ever campus television license was awarded to the University of Lagos under the chairmanship of veteran mass communications teacher, Professor Ralph Akinfele.
With all sense of patriotism, sir, we hereby express our appreciation for Your Excellency's commitment to the advancement and welfare of our nation. We recognize that Your Excellency respects and believes in the rights, roles, and duties of the media in nation building.
I very much appreciate this timely honor you invested on me. Timely in the sense that I need all the support you can give me this year. I believe that your support is genuine, and I'm very pleased to have it. And I will honor it by making sure that you are not disappointed for honoring me, and that I earned it.
Established in 1990 to promote excellence in Nigerian media, the Nigerian Media Merit Award has so far hosted 26 Grand Award presentations, with the latest just a week ago. Part of the goals of the organization is the promotion of patriotism and unity of the country. President Muhammadu Buhari was also decorated as the grand patron of the Buhari Support Group Center by the Director General of the organization, Alhaji Umaru Dembo. He restated the commitment of his administration towards leaving a better country for the younger ones and the upcoming generations. He said the contributions of worthy Nigerians to the development of Nigeria will also be appreciated through the award of national honors. The president commended members of the Buhari Support Group Center for their immense personal sacrifices in his support, as well as that of the nation, saying only God can reward them, as they cannot be materially compensated. Alhaji Umaru Dembo told the president that the group had massively sensitized Nigerians on the need to get their voters' cards, keep them safe, and vote the right candidates. In the meantime, issues relating to security, governance, and development dominated discussions at a closed-door meeting between President Muhammadu Buhari and Governor Yari Abubakar of Zamfara State.
It's important as a commander-in-chief to comport and brief him on the situation on ground, and which I did. As a state, we're putting all our best to ensure that no more sea return. Even the state of emergency will solve the problem. The area is ready.
As a state government, would you say you are overwhelmed by these bandits?
No, at all. Though we are going, we are seeing progress, and we hope within some days a very excellent progress will be reported back.
Of recent, Zamfara State has been dominating the media space for the wrong reasons. From the State House, Adamu Sambo, NTA News.
Now, the year 2018 witnessed a decisive approach towards tackling housing deficit in the country with a deliberate execution of the National Housing Program in 34 states across the Federation, including the FCT. This commitment and the proposed annual provision of 100,000 housing units, experts say, have raised the hope of Nigerians desirous of having a roof over their heads. Joseph Johnson reports retrospect into 2018 and the prospect of the ongoing effort in the sector.
With about 170 million people in Nigeria, 17 million housing deficit figure to an ordinary man may not sound worrisome, but to the experts, it is an alarming gap that seriously needs to be bridged. The concerns by these experts are, however, easing with the introduction of a coordinated housing policy and schemes, like the National Housing Program, which has in each of the states about 70 to 80 housing units. These range from 1, 2 and 3 bedroom flats and a condominium. The seeming Herculean task for successive governments in addressing the challenge has seen a vigorous attempt to remedy the situation.
It is not going to be a litany of abandoned projects. We will complete all the projects that we meet and will continue on our own projects. We are insisting that our artisans and craftsmen should be adequately equipped to deliver very good houses.
But to deliver very good houses, efficiency is key, and that perhaps explains why the ministry's officials in 2018 engaged in series of on-the-spot assessment of the project to ensure quality job delivery. The project sites have become sources of economic income to members of communities. From the laborers, suppliers to vendors, the projects have brought fortune as they look forward to actually owning the houses.
I sell a lot every day. I do make 30,000, 20,000 a day. They are not that much.
We are very appreciative for the federal government because they have done a lot of job to us.
So I just hope they will do something better this year to encourage the common man. Let me just put it that way. People that cannot afford, houses from the private sector.
So what I see is a good improvement, because if something like that will be happening, then everybody will be able to afford a house.
We need housing and development, especially in some rural areas like the Buhari, the Kuje, most of those places, we need it. So I think if the government will put more effort and help us and achieve that, we'll be happy with them.
The developers, it's difficult for them to meet up because of the policy of the mortgage bank is too tight.
The year 2019 promises to be even more rewarding for the housing sector, as many of the projects will be completed, giving room for new ones to begin. As the government says, it is continuous. Joseph Johnson, NTA News.
Motorists making use of Lokoja and Okene Road in Kogi State can now have a breather following the ongoing rehabilitation of federal roads across the state. Madaki Ali reports that some of the road users applauded President Buhari for effective execution of Operation Safe Passage Maintenance Program.
For years now, the Lokoja-Okene road has become hectic for motorists to get across to their destinations. This is due to the bad condition of the road, which often resulted to gridlock, forcing motorists to spend days before they could get to their destinations. It is to prevent the bad experience. The federal government directed the Federal Road Maintenance Agency to embark on the rehabilitation of roads in Kogi State.
A month ago from now, this place was choked up. Motor cannot pass here, but at least with their coming and their job,
we can see motor have going, and I think we thank God for it. No more hold up now.
It was very terrible because it really affects the school. There was no road for us to pass or to. We have to go through the first gate every day to go into the school, and it's far away than here. It was very terrible for us, but we thank God for now. It's better now.
Thank the government for contacting or directing the FEMA to rehabilitate this place.
The Okene-Lokoja Road, which has defied possible solution, the Federal Road Maintenance Agency said will be given special attention.
We can observe that during this festival period, there was no hold-up along this Lokoja to Okene, right from on the 20th to this present moment we are talking about.
Rehabilitation work, which will be completed soon, has been graded and provided with asphalt in some cases. Amadaki Aliyu, NTA News.
Now let's take a look at the weather picture across the country.